Hey everybody, Southern Sage back again. Today we're in the kitchen. Now this is related to the garden, so bear with me. One of the lowest energy, best keeping, most nutritious ways to preserve food is to lacto-ferment it. Now lacto-fermentation sounds like a really fancy word. It just means you are putting the vegetables in brine, keeping them submerged, and letting the bacterium lactobacillus, which is the really healthy thing in yogurt, it is super great for your guts, go to work on it. In the process of it going to work, it'll make an acid. So this is traditional pickling, right? So pickling that our great-great-grandparents used to do. It's also how you make sauerkraut. So today I've been doing a lacto-ferment cucumber onion mix to use in a workshop I'm teaching in a couple of weeks. So let's take a look at what I did. Here we have a half-gallon jar. You can see I've sliced up about 5 small cucumbers and a whole onion because I happen to like the flavor of cucumbers and onion. There's also some dill in there because, again, that's what I like. And on the top, you might see that I've cut up some bell pepper. The bell pepper is there only to keep all the cucumbers down because it's very important that you keep them under the surface of the water. So the water in here is a 1/4 cup of salt to a quart of water. And so that's a little saltier than it has to be, but it's real easy for me to remember the ratio 1-to-1. 1 cup of salt to 1 gallon of water is a safe level of salt. The reason we do the brine that way, the salt water, is so that the only thing that will live in here is lactobacillus. If we didn't have the salt, the bacterium that causes botulism would take hold, and that's no good for anybody. So once you mix up the brine, I used my handy-dandy mason jar because I have 50,000 of them. You chop up your vegetables, you layer them in however you want. I have a personal favorite of carrots and garlic, if you'd like to try that. Pour the brine on top. Add whatever you're using to hold things down. When I do carrots, I just cut some big fat carrot ovals. When I do sauerkraut, I use whole leaves of cabbage. Doesn't really matter what it is. Put that on top and then put some kind of a weight. So at this scale, I'm just using a Ziploc bag with water in it. And that is plenty enough, as you can see when I put it in, to press down on those bell peppers. And you can see the water level's way up here and all the food is down here. So everything is safe and ready to go. And here in a couple of weeks, hopefully in time for my workshop, these guys will taste like pickles. Although it isn't exactly like a vinegar pickle. So if all you've ever had is a vinegar pickle, a lacto-fermented pickle is different. They are crisp and they have just it's hard to describe. It is just a lacto-fermented flavor that I really enjoy. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. You can do this with any vegetable there is. I forgot to mention, those lactobacillus, whenever they do their crunchy, yummy, acidy goodness, also make vitamin C. So these things, when they're done, will actually be more nutritious than they were when we started. So give it a go. Grab some vegetables from your grocery store, from your garden, and give lacto-fermentation a try. As always, like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for listening.